Då är vi live. Hallå, hörs det bra? Kör vi. All right, Instagram, we're live on YouTube. Link to the channel is in the profile. Head on over. Okay, let's start the talking part of the stream there. Hello and welcome to Uncommon Sense Live 5. Please ask your questions in the chat. Please say what's up. Please send super chats. Yeah, okay. So to start today, I can tell you what I did yesterday. It was actually my cousin's wedding yesterday. My cousin, I have a very, very small blood family, so to say. So we've been very close always, and she's kind of more like my sister than my cousin. But so they had their wedding yesterday, and it was very, very beautiful and nice. She's getting married to an awesome guy that I've become great friends with through this. So I was very happy to see them get together. Or I mean, get together. They've been together for a long time, but sealing the deal, really. You know, I've always been overprotective, or not overprotective, but very protective of my cousin, because I don't want her to, I don't want anyone that isn't good enough to be with her. And so, but I am protective, though. It's not that I don't want anyone to be with my cousin. And I actually held a speech on the wedding that was very well received when I talked about this. And it was nice. You don't always get the chance to be that personal to people and tell them what you appreciate about them and stuff. But so I told that story about how I viewed my cousin as more my sister, and I was so happy that she had met this guy that I trust to take care of her forever. And their little kid, they were supposed to get married last year, but then all the lockdowns and stuff happened, so that couldn't quite happen then. But and the best man of the one of the best men. Sorry, I am a little bit hungover and sleepy today. It's the hungover stream. I usually don't drink that much. Like, if I even do drink 1 or 2 units, yesterday it was maybe 5 or 6 units, but more than that, I fell asleep at maybe 4:30 or something and slept to 9 or so. So yeah, a little depleted, a little deprived of energy. But one of the best men, yes, of the groom, had this beautiful speech too. Like, first he talked to the guy, his friend, and talked about why they were such great friends. But then he ended by talking to my cousin about she has a stutter, and so her and I had kind of a similar problem. If you've been following me, you know that I was struggling with the stage fright for a long time because I have this heritable tremor. You can see my hand kind of tremble a bit. And so both of us developed this big fear of situations where we were the center of attention because we had got stronger physical symptoms than most. And so this guy too has a stutter, and he pointed out that how can't watch live. You're here, Don. Why can't you watch live? Are you busy? Is what you're saying. No, but he stutters too, and he pointed out that in the church when they got married, that she didn't stutter once, and yeah, I can't possibly retell this story, but it was very touching. I can relate to it personally, and me and my cousin, we didn't really know for a long time that we struggled with the same kind of a problem in the same kind of situation. But I had always heard her stutter, but I thought she was fine with it because she seemed to be fine with it. And you know, sometimes you don't know what's going on the inside in a person. But so lately we've talked about that, and it was just a beautiful moment when he related to that. It was big for me, both for me personally, I can relate, but because I know it's a huge thing for my cousin. So that was beautiful. Well, we have two people watching right now. A slow starter. Please do ask something in the chat. Like, I'm hungover today. I can't think of too much to talk about. I can keep talking about this wedding. I did get get some new clients from this, like a couple Uncommon Sense client, women that want to lose weight that I'm going to help. Thanks for liking, by the way. And yeah, I'm one guy that's going to come to me in the gym and train with me there. So that's fun. It started happening like this lately. I just have to show up somewhere, and I get presented with some kind of opportunity like that, a new client, someone who wants to help me with something, or yeah, very cool. Oh yeah, and again, it was very nice for me to be able to hold a speech. It was one of the biggest frustrations of my life, that I felt like talking like this, is something I'm good at, but I had so much fear for those situations that it's horrible situations to be in. Like, knowing that you can do something great if only you don't get the fear, but you get the fear every time. And so now when I've worked that out, solved that spiritual problem for myself, it's nice, because a speech like that, I got a lot of credit. A lot of people came to me and told me they liked my speech. But yeah, and it's so easy for me now. I just do the same thing as when I do a YouTube video. I think like, okay, what are the points I want to get across? Kind of, yeah, start talking about that, then probably segue over to that and that. Then I just deliver, Okay, so we have one person watching right now. It's nice that the people dropped a like, but we don't have too many watching. Hard for me to keep going. Like, I almost skipped this stream because I'm very sleepy today. Almost sat down streaming too, but I figured I want to go live. But if it doesn't pick up, maybe I'll end it a little earlier than I planned. This week has just been crazy. Long days. Like a typical day. Your video with that black guy was funny, lol. Do you mean with Jesse Lee Peterson, when I called in to Jesse B? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, Jesse Lee. Amazing. Yeah, I need to call back. Yeah, like I've asked people to help Jesse notice me, because I know he liked me. I call in another time too. But yeah, it would be a good opportunity for me if I could have a proper interview, or be interviewed by him. Would be a good opportunity to get shown to people that might be interested in this channel. Yeah, it's always funny talking to Jesse. Amazing guy. Oh, see, my bro wrote me here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we were gonna have a call, but he was busy. That's fine. But okay, what should we talk about? Hake report. Yeah, yes, the Hake report. The Hake with the great hair. I could see some smoke coming from my lamp. That's not good. Need to check that out. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I think it's fine. Oh, looking straight into the lamp was not fine, though. Yeah, it's a shame. Like these streams, the channel isn't. But all the streams so far have picked up enough viewers to keep me going with the subjects in the chat. Right now, it's kind of slow. I mean, it's to be expected every now and then. It's not a huge channel. Not everyone can always have time to watch. So it's a little luck dependent right now. I'm thinking I might start recording my actual videos like lives because it will save me time. So then I'll just go on before. It doesn't matter if yeah, if there's no one watching during. But on these streams, I kind of rely on people watching to bring me the subjects. Yeah, but I wore a suit yesterday. I don't do that much anymore. I call it an anabolic fit. Like the guy, when I bought it, he said that suits are not made for people like you, like short, compact men. So like whatever the tailoring cost was like half of the price for the suit because everything needed to be changed, super tight up here but the sleeves down to here, and super tight around the thighs, but you know a lot of fabric left down there by the foot. So oh well, this is going slow, I guess. Maybe I'll just end this stream. I don't have anything to talk about. Like some days I'm inspired, I'll just keep going, but today, well, I'm kind of low energy. Oh, Hanna, I think the viewer count might have bugged for me because I can see people writing in the chat as it says 0 for me. What is the biggest lesson learned from being coached by Free the Frame? Oh, that's a very interesting question. Thank you. Well, wow. And you both of you keep writing, but it says 0 viewers. Something is bugged here. We are not 0 viewers. 6 likes too. I mean, yeah, something off there. I guess it's just slow or not exact or something. But okay, my biggest lesson from being coached by Free the Frame, it's an interesting question because I don't even know where to start. Like with the mobility training, it's even hard to put into words. Like I've just trusted his philosophy, and from just doing the things we do, I kind of picked up on what are good things to do. Yeah, I can tell how progress is made in mobility training, and I can figure out why I do certain things, but it's very hard to communicate in words. This, like, I have learned a lot about the mobility, but we have become such great friends. We kind of coach each other through life with everything, and so I've learned so many things from him. But one big thing we do is. Oh, people keep people dropping in now. Please ask more questions. Like we have a stream if you keep asking the questions. No, but what I've learned, what I've learned mostly from Free the Frame, ironically, the mobility I've learned a lot about, but we've developed such a great relationship that I've learned what true male friendships look like. Like we've helped each other through when the other person has a trouble in life. Like let's put it like this: when you are depressed and in a fallen state and you always look inwards and you see chaos in the world, it's harder to see other people, and many of your thoughts and feelings, you think they are true when you're thinking my life sucks, I'm a loser, all these things. And as you get more out of that, you can kind of always be stoic. But there are some things like romantic relationships, maybe situations with your family, parents, or close friends when there's a drama, when you like get triggered emotionally and maybe you can't see things as clearly. And it's so cool when you have like me and Free the Frame, David, how we have each other. We know because we trust the other person's judgment so much that when we are in that kind of state, like a little bit emotional about something and can't see clearly, we can like just vent the thing to the other person who isn't emotionally attached to it and can then like tell back like, okay, I'm noticing this pattern in you now. You seem to be wishful about this, or you seem to be scared about this. So this is one of the biggest lessons I learned, how like actual true the best kind of male friendships look like, to be honest. So the mobility training, I've learned a lot from that, but ironically, it turned out to be completely different, like life stuff I learned the most about. And he's learned a lot from me, I would say. And we're going to continue this not as me being coached by him, but we have this mutual relationship where we both kind of coach each other through everything. Yeah, it is amazing, Hannah. Okay, B, do you religiously count calories or just eat till you're full? Actually, you should go to my snake diet bodybuilding video and see my exchange with Hanna here in the chat. We talked about. I like 7 viewers and 7 likes, by the way. That's lucky number 7. But like more if you haven't. No, I kind of don't. I think it's a good idea to count calories religiously, as I say, for a while, because you can kind of learn then how to think about food. Like, okay, one maintenance lunch for me is like these many potatoes and this piece of meat, and like But after a while, for yourself, you don't even have to think about it in calories. Like at this point, I know just how much food I need for certain goals. So because I know what I eat and plan that and stuff. I kind of count, but it's not that I'm sitting and weighing everything and really looking at it closely. I just kind of know what my body needs at this point. And if I'm gonna cut, I maybe remove some things here and there. Use less fat when cooking, stuff like that. If I'm gonna bulk, I maybe add a little bit more fat, up the rice in my meals. Up the carbs a bit. So no, I don't count them religiously, but it is like I do kind of count. It's not that I'm all intuitive. Like I just eat whatever I want when I feel like it. I do plan my eating. It's just that it's not like in numbers, like I'm having these many calories and this, So if that makes sense, ask more if you want to know more. Laksa Jian, I know who you are, but I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Blessed Sunday, carb loading today. Awesome, man. Sounds good. Sup, Frank van Sterien. Good to see you, man. I don't think I've talked to you for a long time here and there, but I don't think I've seen you catch live yet. So good to see you, bro. Hanna Wallsten. I went to the gym today for the first time in months. Yay! And I'm hungry today. I will increase my food intake now, I guess, just because I have to. Yeah, true. Like to some extent, I do eat intuitively too. This is something I want to say. It's just that since I know, I know I'm gonna be training like 6 times per week and stuff. Of course, I have to think ahead. It's a lot of food, so I had to think about it and structure it in some way. But intuitively, that's why I say I eat 3 to 4 meals. Sometimes I have just spent more energy and need more. But yeah, it's very typical when you haven't. I'm pointing to the chat. You can see that. But it's very typical when you start going to the gym, like when you're a beginner, or as you, Hannah, had to take a break for a while. It's very typical that you get really hungry. I remember when I started training, and many times when I had brushed my teeth and went to bed, I was like, shit, I have to go up and eat something. And I was never a huge food junkie, so it was so apparent that, okay, my body is demanding energy for this. So in that case, when you start going to the gym, if you get hungrier, like listen to that. The body is like, hey, I want to build muscle. Give me something to work with here. Laksa Jian. How frequently do you eat raw liver or organs? Well, I eat raw liver every day, literally every day. If I don't go away, then I have these that I might as well mention for you. I have these capsules, beef liver there, and the beef kidney, and the beef heart from nordickings.se. They ship to all Europe, not to the States. But with Theo15, you can get 15% off on capsule organ meats, no additives, no hormones. So it's a good solution. And so when I go away over the weekend or something, then I bring those. But otherwise, I eat raw liver every day. I can show you. Every night, I take one of these out, prepared liver piece for the next day. So I let it, what do you say, thaw over the night, and then I eat that with my breakfast every day. Yeah, this is the one I'm eating tomorrow. Other organs I don't eat as much. They're not as easy to get. I order beef heart sometimes through my butcher. Kidneys I have ordered at some point, but it's harder to get, especially here in the city. So it's mostly liver I eat, and the other stuff through the capsules. B, I might do a 7-day fast this week. Most I've done is 96. I guess the biggest pain is the sleep and keeping your mind off food, lol. I'm usually very sedentary, but walking is pretty important to distract. Yeah. Like, yeah, the sleep is the biggest pain, but it depends on the situation. Like when I did it, I actively did it when still had my online clients. I had like online coaching calls through my 1 week fast, but I didn't work in my gym job. I was on vacation there, and then I can kind of take it. Okay, I want to sleep a little bit less than I want to. It's gonna be tough if you work like full time. Yes, but sedentary, but walking is pretty important to distract. Yeah, walking, it's like if you get cravings, just doing something more than just sitting and being like, I'm hungry. So just going out in the forest on a walk, change the environment, get into like trigger other thoughts and stuff. Yeah, that helps. Hanna Wallsten, I also eat raw liver every morning because I saw your video about it. Thanks for the most awesome tip. It tastes nothing really. Yeah, you're welcome. I love that people like that tip. I've gotten many who you like two of the biggest things, like the way to eat raw liver and my little thing I do there with the Greek yogurt, kefir, protein powder, berries, and nowadays I have honey in it too. Like so many have gotten asked me about that and tell me, yeah, I eat that for breakfast now. I like that. I feel like that's my thing. I came up with this shit, Laxajian, been hitting deadlift and squat PRs, and I'm afraid to fast for more than 2 days. What do you think? Do you mean that you're afraid to fast so that you kind of break the trend with hitting your PRs? Again, if you go and watch my snake diet bodybuilding video, I think it's hard. It's hard to put on a lot of muscle mass with too frequent long fasts. Like the long fast, it's easy to maintain, hold on to the muscle, but doing it too often, it's hard to put on muscle because the body, again, it tries to figure out what kind of situation are we in. And if it's too much fasting, even if you eat a lot when you eat, the body is like, in the big picture, it's going to feel like, yeah, we're in a deficit. We have to hold on to stuff. We don't have resources to build the muscle. If you're not not adapted to it, if you're a true beginner. But what I did though, I took my deadlift in August, 160 kilos that year, like just back in the day, 160 kilos in August. I took it to 200 in December, doing lots of fasting, lots of 40, eating every other day in October, and doing one 72-hour fast, many 48-hour fasts. 1 meal a day for a month was in there too. So I think, try it. It's not that you're going to lose all your strength. If you want to do the fasting too, like try to implement it and see what happens with your squat and deadlift there. And if you can tell that, okay, my progress is obviously stalling, then maybe put the fasting on a hold for a bit. Luisa, okay, going to have to research raw liver, lol. Well, the thing about eating it raw, I even think it's more, you can take up more nutrients from it when it's cooked. So it's nothing about that. It's so much better to eat raw. It's just that it doesn't hurt. And in fact, it's easier. It doesn't taste quite as much, and it's all slimy. So you just like, but when you try to cook it, unless you do a really ambitious like stew with lots of, what I'm trying to say, spices and stuff to kind of hide the iron taste, it's not that good. So eating it raw is mostly just because it's convenient, really. Raw beef liver or chicken liver, never tasted it, but really should. B asks, beef liver, chicken liver, like all liver is like kind of good, but beef liver is the most nutritious one. By the way, I have cranberry juice here, kind of hungover thing. Like most of you probably missed what I talked about, but I was at my cousin's wedding yesterday, and so I both drank a little bit more than I usually do. Still a very moderate night for me, but I was up until like 4:30. So I've slept like 4 hours, and yeah. But so we're drinking cranberry juice here. Carmen Rodriguez. Did your transformation and outlook on life inspire anyone in your family to take their health more seriously? Well, yes and no. Like it has inspired me that I know. People want to, like, if I just meet someone and they're like, how are you doing? How's your day going? What did you do this week? Whatever. Everyone wants to tell me. Like, I actually started going to my outside gym, or yeah, I actually decided to cut out all the junk food. Like everyone wants to tell me that. My family, well, I do train my mom in the gym actually, but she's like, she has so much ego still. Like it does help her, but if she like truly could trust and appreciate me in the way that just people that don't have the mother-son thing. Like, she has to know better than me. She has to be the one taking care of me. That's mama ego. But I make her do good stuff, so she does some progress. And I've been training my dad in another gym, actually, that's very close to this neighborhood. I live in the same neighborhood as my parents. But no, not very much. Not very much the immediate family, because again, they have more ego. It's harder to listen to the son. The parents are supposed to know better than the son. And like my dad, he will listen very closely to what I tell him to do in the gym. But many other things, he's like, no, I don't believe that. Like like he can't tell that. Look at me, Dad. Like I'm not offended by this at all at this point. This is frustrating, very frustrating when you get into all this and you're like, I found that it's key. I found a key to feeling great. Please just take the key. But people are like, no, I have a better key. I know about that, with their little beer gut and IBS crap. Yeah, that they won't listen. But now at this point, I'm not emotionally attached to that at all. Like, I've come to know most people, it doesn't matter that you're right, and that you could help them. If they aren't willing to receive it, you can't do nothing about that, and it has nothing to do with you. It's all about them. So no, the question is, I've affected a lot of people in my life, and some in my family, like to a small extent, but mostly other people, because people closer to you are more likely to be like triggered seeing you change like this, and have ego if it's the sun and stuff like this. So B, when you get headaches during extended fasting, do you drink some snake juice, or do you just embrace the discomfort and pains? Do you drink regular water as well? I don't get that much headaches during extended fasting, and if I get it, I know that it usually just lasts for an hour. And at those points, I don't know what to call it, but I think it mostly happens when you are kind of the body starving on glycogen, when you're just running out. Usually what I do, I just sit or lie down for an hour, and it passes. Please like the stream, by the way, if you're watching and haven't. Regular water, well, yeah, like I could like bomb regular salt without the potassium with a little water at first, and then just be sipping on regular water. But no, not really. Don't really drink tap water. Oh, Joe Matt is here. What's up, bro? Face bump. Respect to Theo, he says. The child has become the parent. That's normal, bro. When you return to the father within. Yes. But my parents don't allow me to be their parent yet, fully. Like, I can do a lot. But for instance, yesterday I got into a talk with my mom. And it's when I'm trying to affect her. I know I'm trying to, but I am not upset at all. But she thinks we're like fighting, because I'm like, just like how I talk in my videos sometimes. I just have a little loud voice and being like intense, but I'm not upset at all. But she comes later, before I'm like, oh, it's a wedding today. Let's just be nice. And like, I'm like, Mom, I'm not I'm not angry at all. No, but I think with this, I talked to someone in the chat on one of the lives about this. I think the only thing you can do, if they can't see what everyone else sees, it's right in their face and they can't see it yet. All I have to do is show them even more. I just have to become more and more successful in my life. And I've heard this story about so many, famous people. I'm not saying that I'm famous, but because that kind of person you get to hear about, because they're famous and they have usually gone their own way. They haven't just gone to school and got a job. They have done something unusual, like trying to become an actor or an artist or whatever. And it's very usual that common that parents don't approve, but as they just go on and things just go more and more good, the parents eventually come around. So fist bump, urban handshake, my brother. Joe Matt says yes. Are you completely nofap or just celibacy from Whammon? The Whammon. I am not completely nofap. I'm lowfap. Go watch my old video from not this summer but last summer. I'm gonna do another video about it, like revisited. I think you should not be addicted to it, and it should not be a big deal. But I do think I don't really believe in like just never doing it, because it's kind of like I compare it to taking a shit. It's not exactly the same thing, but sometimes you just need to empty, So once or twice per week, depending on who you are, I do it completely intuitively when I can feel like I'm just like, okay, I have too much energy. I'm too like this. Then I just do it, quickly. No watching any porn or anything. Just get it over with. Make it a competition. See how fast you can do it. No, but it's the celibacy from women thing, because I don't think, I don't want a promiscuous woman, so I want to set a good example for a woman. And I think, it's so easy to make up excuses like, oh, but it's better if a girl sleeps with me instead of some asshole. But I'm still not setting a good example for her. Like, I'm showing her that I think it's fine to just have casual sex if I do that. And that's not how I roll. So I set an example to inspire women, but also, now I can have opinions on what women do, in that, like, I can have standards there now. I'm not a hypocrite. So that's my whole thing there. Joe Mad, I enlightened my parents on the forces affecting politics and current society yesterday. They received my wisdom relatively well. That's cool, man. Like, my parents always think I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. Oh, you just have to think the opposite of everything else. They really think that the way I think about things is like, this is the mainstream opinion, so I'm gonna have another opinion. Not that I see that, oh, turns out the mainstream opinion is wrong, so I'm gonna have another opinion. It's like they always think that it's because most people think something that I think it's wrong, and I just have to be a rebel, So, yeah, very much given up on affecting them there. They can be blue-pilled if they want to. B, he is no fap. That is the key. It goes away pretty quick. What? Oh my God. Okay, I'm guilty too. Lol, no judgment. No, I'm not no fap. Again, I think it's stupid. It's all about the addiction thing. Like, this might sound like a weird comparison, but hear me out here. You know these little e-scooters that are everywhere that you can rent and go around with? Like, I think they're stupid because most people using them is like friends I have that are already lazy, and now they see this like, okay, now I don't have to walk anywhere. But it would be ridiculous for me to be like, so I'll never use them, because I think it's stupid that most people could do with more walking. Because someone like me, I would never use them instead of walking all the time. It's literally, I use these every now and then when it's just perfect. I missed the bus, I'm in a hurry. Oh, it's very convenient that this little e-scooter stands there, so I can do it. Do you see? It's kind of with the masturbation. If you just do it like a pleasure thing, you're addicted. You're watching your porn all the time, and you can't help yourself from doing it. Then this is obviously shit. But it's not like you have to do it. It's not like you can't ever do it. It's like, do it when you do it for the right reasons. Like I said, it's like, yeah, you need to empty every now and then. It's not that, oh, I need this good feeling in my penis. It's not about that. Do you see? I think that's the whole point. I think no fap is a good like intervention at first. Maybe start like that, 1 or 2 months of that, and then when you're not addicted, like, go back to doing it on a normal frequency. Yeah, complete no fap for a week made me irritable, B says. Joe Man says, the Jesse formula. What is the Jesse formula? B, you don't want a used bicycle. Lol, I agree. Practice what you preach. Absolutely. Joe Mad, yes, they think we get off on being contrarians. We get off on the truth. Yes, exactly. 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 Like, yeah, it's just that I have to have a different opinion, and I don't care about the truth. It's just that most people think something, I'm gonna think the opposite. And it's like, no, that's ridiculous. Theo hates those scooters so much. Haha. Joe Man says, yes, I kind of do. But like, you see, the older people hate them so much. I see, like, when I just go out on the street, I can see like an old lady see them, like, yeah, great fucking parking. Thing like that. And yeah, now you can tell a lot of people hate this. The scooters have divided the people. Yo, what's up, Theo? Tim Munkbatar says, what's up, Tim? How are you? Joe, go in washroom, no porn is the Jesse for me. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, I agree with the Jesse formula. That's good. Can we get the 10th like, please? We have 9 people watching and 9 likes. I'm glad you guys dropped in, because I did not feel like streaming, and I was a little disappointed that it was a slow starter. Because I did it, and when I do it, I like it, but I was a bit tired. Thanks for the like there. Yeah. Can you have any good questions for me? Like anything? Yeah, help me, boys and girls. No fap, low fap. Yeah. No, it's with so many things. I clocked the scooter going 70 kilometers per hour. You clocked it just randomly, or do you like work with something like that? Um, I'm in a bit of plateau right now. No fap is great for recovery. Okay, in what way is it great for recovery? You mean? B, you think apple cider vinegar is good or just a meme? No, I can't. This is the thing. I'm not good at telling you why it's good, like what happens in here. But no, I think it's good. I just don't think it's like a miracle fat burner or anything. But I think it's probably good for the kidneys and other stuff. So, Joe Mad. Hence, the nofap ever is what I advocate for, because I always relapse into oblivion. I need to do Jesse formula, more anecdote than question. Yeah, relapse into oblivion. I think, have you ever gotten to a point where you like love the way you are about this? Like, I am like, when so many guys like brag to each other about getting laid, and this is like how they this is like how they judge their value. And when I'm like proud of not being in a celibacy, and when I can see so clearly that, yeah, I know what kind of woman I want. I don't want just casual sex. I want a great wife and life partner, a vice president to my presidency, And when I know that how I'm treating it is the right way to go about it, I just feel awesome about it. And there's no way that I relapse. Like, we can all, if we're stressed, say that, yeah, it could happen even for me. I did it once more a week than I would need to, but I would never, as you say, relapse into oblivion. It's like how I will never drop the ball with training. I could have a stressful period and actually cut down a bit on my training, but I love it so much. I know what it leads to, what a kind of a man I become from it. So I can't relapse into not going to the gym. Same with junk food. Yes, it was a wedding yesterday. I had the dessert, but I don't relapse into just eating like 5 other desserts, because when you can see the big picture, when you connected the dots, how this affects you. Like, I get spammed today, apparently. Oh, my mom's sending me pictures of me in the suit. I can try to show you here. I can look kind of old. And probably better pictures that I will get. But I had a suit yesterday. Yeah. 12 likes. Nice. Please like more. I was driving next to him. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, like this rent scooter series in Sweden, I don't think they go faster than 30 kilometers per hour. But people buy that have like own ones, they go faster. Yeah, recovery from extras, I know, but how do you mean nofap is great for that? I don't believe that nofap is this fucking miracle thing that it just cranks your testosterone up the roof and your recovery is better, la la la. So I want you to tell me, educate me a bit. I might be wrong. You might have a point, Joe Matt, yeah, it's an all-encompassing thing. All my bad habits are tied up together. It derails everything. No pride there, lol. Well, Joe, I'm not trying to like sell you this, but it would be cool to coach you. Because you seem very insightful about things, but it's like you're not fully able to just get to that alpha state and just keep being there. You seem to get there, you know a lot, and then you just go into old patterns. Like, yeah. Tim, ACV, apple cider vinegar is food for taking before or after meal for stabilizing blood sugar, but not necessary. Yeah, exactly. It's not necessary, but it might help a little bit with things like that. B, thanks for stream, Theo. I gotta go. I'll let you know next Sunday how my week fast goes. Yeah, please do. And if you want the accountability buddy, just hit me up on Instagram. I do like coach people for free in that way. Like, people that I don't have to give the whole plan. But if there are people who just reach out to me, like, I'm gonna fast. What do you think about this? And I'm like, yeah, do it. And like, can I report to you how it goes? And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. That can be cool, So yeah, see you next week, B. And yeah, Joe Mad, connecting the dots helps me get a months long amazing habit streak going, but one relapse can precipitate the derailment. I need to do the silent prayer more, to be honest, amongst other things. I thought about the coaching, Theo. I appreciate the mention. I know where to find you, mate. Sincerely, thank you. Yeah, of course, Joe. I like you. I do really like you. You've been commenting on this channel for a long time. You're very funny. You have good insights. But as you tell me yourself here, it seems like, yeah, you have a hard time keeping the habits going forever at this point. And if you just want to talk at some point, bro, like I do talk to people without it's like pay me, it's coaching only. I'm not the guy who is like I won't tell you anything before you pay, not like that at all. I like helping people. Tim Mukbata, just the stable dopamine levels make me feel like I recover faster. Well, I can buy that, absolutely. Jen Songwriter, hey Theo, hey, what's up? Do this. Joe, we have the same father, Jesse Lee Peterson. Yes, I view he's to me Jesse. I guess he's a little too young to be my grandpa. My grandpa would be like, how old would he even be like now? He would be 95 or something. He was alive, but yeah, but I think he's a little old to be my dad too. So I view him as this old fart, this old geezer. Maybe he could be an old uncle, like a dad's older brother, but he's black though. So appreciate you, man. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I appreciate you too, bro. Team Mukbatar, sex as motivation, thoughts, or just degenerate? No, have you heard what I'm talking about here? Like, what do you mean as motivation? For what? Like obviously guys do fucking they get jobs they hate to make money and stuff to get laid, so obviously it makes people do stuff, but you're driven by the wrong thing though. I don't know, like motivation. No, nah. Can you elaborate on the question? I would like to answer it better, but I can think about so many directions to go in. Jens Songwriter, I'm the same Jens from Instagram. Yeah, I thought you might be. What's up, bro? He black. He black. He black. Amazing. Lesbians. What more? It's been a while since I watched Jesse. Did you tell your mother how the cow ate the cabbage? Everything, literally everything, man, is to cater to women, and that's wrong. Read the rational male. Yeah, but that's so awesome though. I don't cater to women at all anymore, at all. Like I love taking care of women and coaching women and talking to women like that. But I do not. But that's the power of the celibacy. You take away the woman's power. Women can control you with sex in many different ways, and you can be just controlled by it even without a specific woman doing it, if this is something that you deem important, just getting laid. And when you've removed that, there's so many girls, like when they don't have sex to offer, like what can they offer you? Not much, yeah. And that's not saying about all girls at all, not at all, but I'm just saying that's the power of removing the sex. Then you actually act from what's right and true and what you care about, and not just, oh, how can I make women like me? How can I get laid with this girl? Useless, fucking worthless, degenerate, as you said, Tim. Going for a walk and listen to your stream, Jan says. Awesome, bro. Sorry, everything men do. Yeah, I got it, Joe. Tim Munkbatar, to become fitter and more confident, I can fast for days, but just sometimes lack the motivation. If I become fit, I believe it puts me in a better position to help educate other men. By the way, hate casual sex. Yeah, but I just asked what you mean sex as motivation. Sex as motivation. If I become fit, I believe it puts me in a better position to help educate. Yeah, that's true though. If you become fit, that's the whole thing. You have to lead by example. Leaders do more. Why do you think I'm so extreme with everything I do? It's not. Yeah, I like challenging myself and stuff, but I want to be a leader. I have to be far, far ahead of what I think is the acceptable standard. So I always, if someone is here and want to get here, I want to be here. Because that's again when people listen to someone that aren't like where they want to be or even further ahead. I don't understand that. Like hiring a fat personal trainer, what is that? It's moronic. And I can tell in my life, people, I get so much credit for so much. People just take me seriously because how I live my life, how I no, it's not just how I look, that they know. Everyone in my gym knows Theo never buys food, literally never buys food. He always brings clean, healthy foods, eats it. He trains every day. He comes in, does his mobility routine, has clients, has his longer workout, has more clients, eats his food. He does this over and over and over and over, never misses a beat with this. And, people respect that. Yeah, they listen to you. They are much more open to listen to you when you lead by example and not just talk a bunch of stuff about men should do fucking do that yourself, or even more first before you start talking about what men should do. And I'm not telling you, Tim, that you're like you're talking a bit. I'm just feeding into what you're saying there, that absolutely be working on yourself. That's the first step to working on others, helping others. And I'm glad that it's cool that you want to help educate other men. Brofist. Joe Mad, that's a superpower I develop on a long, amazing streak. Fearless with women because I want nothing from them. Why would I want to inject that chaotic element in my life? Totally, man. Yes. Theo is right on the edge of the wave. That's a JBP reference. Jordan B. Peterson. Right on the edge of the wave. What does that mean? Never talk about your goals. That's a masculinity rule. You do not talk. Respect. Yeah, well, I think that's again, you have to find a balance about those things. Like you can tell people, like, I would like to accomplish this, I'm working towards this or something. But a lot of people, they just talk about what they'd like to do or what they should be doing. And it's all talk, promise. I'm going to do this now. Yeah, after this week. I'm drinking now, but after this week, I'm going to, like, just do it. Shut the fuck up. Tell me when you've done it. That's true. Focus on yourself first, then women will come. We're one woman. On this channel, we don't advocate for meeting women. Okay, maybe I'm too autistic. Like, yes, women will get interested in you, yes. But yeah, attract, don't chase. Don't chase women. Chase your quest in life. Work, do what's right and true, and work on yourself. And yes, women, the right kind of woman will be drawn to you. I could tell on the wedding yesterday, by the way, I got so much female attention, especially after my speech, because, it's very attractive to people that you can just stand in front of a crowd and be funny and relaxed and confident, And yeah, it's so interesting. I like, because I was a little drunk, like, it's just occurred to me. It was like old Theo peeked out in my brain. It's like, dude, do you realize that you're in this man now? You could you could get anyone here if you want to. Like the little devil whispering in my ear. Of course, I did not act on this, but it just occurred to me. Back in the day when it was important for me to get laid, it was much harder to get attention from women. And now when I'm not interested in it, it just comes. It's very easy. I mean, it's very interesting how it works with these things. Attract, don't chase. When you chase, try to force things, you will, in this situation, you will just well, you'll seem desperate, like something is off with you. But when you're fully in alignment with yourself, you're just chill and you don't really care. You laugh a little bit and talk with this girl, but you're in this talk right now here. It's attractive, Hanna Wallsten, getting educated on the masculinity. Never talk about your goals. Never heard that one. Getting educated on masculinity here. Great. Yeah. Joe Mad, it's in an Akira the Dawn song. He remixes JBP quotes with music. Okay, cool. Jen Songwriter, of course, I know what you mean. One woman. Yeah, awesome, bro. So I'm too autistic, and I'm so used to no one having my most people not having my Christian stance on this. So I want to be clear that this is my stance, and I don't do nuances about this here. Like, if people choose to do something else and they don't hurt anyone else, I don't have no issue with that. I won't interfere with that. But on my channel and my things, there's no room for nuance about this. We do it the way God tells us to do it. Theo, man, that's crazy, Theo. The before you saw the after you, mind blowing stuff. Yes, yes. Like because it's like old Theo used to drink more, and when it's a party situation with alcohol, it kind of triggers something old in me, and it's like, do you see that girl wants you? It is, yeah, yeah, and realizing this that shit, I'm not in a little skinny fat hipster anymore. I'm in a ripped. I don't know what to describe me as. I'm not a hipster, at least a hipster. Um, just realizing that, oh shit, I've leveled up a lot. Tim, never vent like a female too. Keep those negative emotions inside like fuel for your furnace of ambition. Yeah, this is something I've learned too. It's with the balance with these things. Like sometimes you have a tough time and you need to get things off your chest. But yes, don't get fully like in, just vent completely. And it's the same in a relationship with a woman. Like if she does things that make you hurt, because we can get these are very intimate situations, it will happen always. No matter how great the relationship and the partners are for each other, will always happen. And I think I've learned that probably don't tell the woman, oh, it hurts me so much when you do this. Like tell her in a more of a like this is not that behavior, that's not okay, like that's the thing. Let's put it like this instead. With men and emotions, like we should have emotions. We can feel emotions and experience them and talk about them, but we should not be dictated and controlled by them. That's the important part. Louisa, I learned the hard way to keep your goals to yourself. People and human nature brings out the haters watching you succeed. That's awesome, though. I fucking love that. All the fucking haters in my life that I've been sitting and watching, and I say haters, not necessarily that people that actually really hate you, but people that kind of want to see you fail and kind of get happy, like, oh, Theo is drinking now. Maybe he'll go back to his old ways. Like these kind of people. Those are great fuel. And yeah, it's awesome. Like, oh, these people are so upset with me for doing great. I'm just gonna keep doing even more great. Tim, do you think having a girlfriend could be beneficial? I think I would want to get fit faster if I had a woman. Like, don't ask it like that. A girlfriend, like it's like, do you think it would be good to get I don't know, a new gym bag? Do you think it's good to use lifting straps? Do you think protein powder? It's not a girlfriend. It's not something you just get like because I think a girlfriend would help me make games. So I just get one. Like yes, like when you meet the right woman, that can be great fuel to work on yourself and improve even more. So you're even more, the perfect alpha, the perfect example for her, of course. But don't even think about it in that way. Like when that happens naturally without you thinking about it, then yes, you'll have use for it as motivation. That's how I'd put it. Jens, not the gaming nerd anymore. Cool. Joe Mad, I always try to use a girlfriend as motivation to improve myself, for me to be worthy of her. But I'm worshiping the woman, and if it's wrong and it never works out. Yeah, that's another thing. If you do it like, oh, I have to do these things so that she like me, that's the wrong thing. But if you're truly asking yourself, like, what can I do to become an even greater man, a leader for this woman, so, our relationship works out and the best things happen for our family, that's another thing. When you're doing it as the right thing to do, to become better. But if you're doing it only to I need to be better so I'm worthy of this woman, so she like me, that's a whole other story. It's a lot about the intention. Another thing I've learned from my coach, or I knew this already, but he uses that word a lot. Like it's not always about, is this the right or wrong thing to do? It's like, what's your intention with doing this thing? Joe, that's me trying to be more like a woman to get a woman's approval, literally feminizing myself. That's not the answer. No, absolutely not. Haha, it hurts me so much when you do this. Yeah, but that can happen though in relationships. People will clash about things and people will hurt each other without realizing, because it's so intimate. You're very vulnerable in romantic relationships. And maybe if you feel bad of something someone did, you want to say that. But I think us men should probably keep that part to ourselves and more teach us like manners. Like this is not the way to behave against someone. More like, oh, I got so hurt. It was difficult for me when you did this, you know. Joe Mad, never tell your woman your weakness. She will use it against you. She cannot help it. Another rule, a good woman is not found, she's made. Yeah, same with man, though. No one is just found or born like fantastic. They're made. No, never tell your woman your weakness. It's again, it's very tough with a balance. In a true relationship, you have to have some difficult talks and about things that are maybe not easy for you and stuff. But it's a thing. Don't go crying or don't make it a big, huge deal. You know, absolutely. It's like that Jesse says, don't tell a woman your problems. Like, some things you should probably run by your girl if you're in a serious relationship. But yes, it's not that you should come with all your problems to your girl. You see, it's the yin and yang thing. It's always a balance with this. But in some cases, it's like you can take a hardline stance because most people need to change more towards one direction than the other. But usually there is some kind of balance there. Tim, true, but the path to find a virtuous woman looks quite long and hard. Maybe it's just because I don't much to look forward to. Got any tips? Like, you have to find your quest in life, bro. Like, this is what happened to me in my life. When I changed and I worked on myself and I realized how huge potential I had, not only with myself, but to make an impact on the world, I was just engulfed by this. I'm like, wow, I'm so excited about it. I don't have time to think about women. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm doing my thing. And I also realized this, that if I instead go around looking and wanting a woman, you know, I'll seem desperate and I might try to force something with a woman that isn't the right one for me. But if I more and more make myself into a man that I really like being, you know, then a woman that really, the kind of woman that I would like, that likes that kind of man, it's more likely to come. And I'll say this, I have a special woman in my life. It's just a long-term thing because we don't live close to each other. And, you know, we'll see how it all works out. But she kind of appeared in that way for me, not looking for anything at all. And then this girl that has all the values and habits and morals and interests aligned with me just appears, you know. So that's what I'm saying. You have to, it's attract, don't chase. When you finally let go of the thing about getting a woman and start doing things for other reasons, that's what will enable you to get those kind of amazing women. Again, I mentioned that girl that I met, but also in general, I just get so much more attention from women, and also very high quality women. And I get the most insane DMs sometimes, you know. Some girl she basically just wanted to get laid with me. And I, instead of saying I'm not interested, I of course think it's more fun to say I'm in a celibacy. And she even was one of those like, oh, but you're not one of those that think the celibacy thing only counts with the vagina because I have other holes, you know, like the shit girls will say to you when they think you're really attractive, you know. Where were we? Yeah, gents. Yesterday I saw my ex I was together with 2 years ago with her new boyfriend. Kind of hit me. I really have continued working on this. Yeah, it's tough, bro. I feel ya. Have you not really moved on, gotten over her, or was it just it hit you when you saw her with another guy? Or, I mean, it's your ex. She's probably your ex for a reason. So maybe you're the lucky one in this situation. I don't know, though. I don't know enough. Joe Mad, you don't look for a woman and look to live your best life and pursuing your goals. That will force you to go out into the world where women are and opportunities will occur naturally. Yes. Again, Joe Mad with all the nice words and insights, but can he put it into practice himself? That's the question. Tim, true, Joe Mad, thanks. Yeah, I like you guys helping each other out in the chat. Hanna Wallsten, lol, Joe Mad, a woman will know your weakness before you tell her. Okay. Okay, sure, Hanna. You probably know a weak man's weakness, but will you know the real man's weakness? We all have a weakness, by the way, yin and yang. Even the strongest man, there's always going to be a little drip of weakness in him. Always have to see this. Joe Mad, Hannah, yes, the mysterious feminine intuition. You guys have men convinced on that, and we confess everything first chance we get to you. You ladies are crafty. Yeah, see, Joe is not fully buying into your bullshit, Hannah. Tim, nice man. How did you two meet? Okay. She kind of was a fan of my channel, and found we started talking as I do with a lot of people, and at a certain point we just realized we had very, very, very much in common. Cole always said the one he would be in a relationship with would be the one he coached. Yeah, yeah, and I am kind of a coach for her, like not necessarily with the weight loss and stuff, but I am her alpha, right? That's the way I view it. I'm here to lead the woman always. Um, yeah. So yeah, I can see that in a way, like a woman that is very ready to take your leadership in that way. Yeah, of course, that's awesome. So it would be likely for someone like Cole that he coached someone, um, and yeah, they clicked on other levels and stuff. Yes. Yes, it was just weird meeting his ex. He's saying, had my 5 minutes breathing in and out, then it was okay. Okay, good, bro. Tim, Theo, you said it took you 3 years for your transformation. How much muscle did you put on? Props for being natty beast. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. How much muscle did you put on? It's a little hard, because I don't never measured body fat closely or anything, and it's hard to measure closely anyway. But like, what can it be? When I started out, I now weigh closer to 82 most mornings right now. When I started all of this, I weighed 83, but with no abs at all, So, what can it be? Like, I would say between 12 to 15 kilos of muscle almost. Am I exaggerating? Maybe closer to the lower end of that, but probably like 12 kilos of muscle or so, maybe. Maybe more. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, 3 years from my transformation to this point, it's exponential though. Like the biggest difference is still made during the first year. And then I always talk about this, it's exponential. At first you can, and then you can still make significant, but it comes less and less how much you can do. And at this point, I still think I can put on some, but it's a grind from this point. 130 kilo to 80 kilo actually for me. Your weight loss. That's cool. I get impressed. I've never had to lose that much weight. I was skinny fat. I had too much fat and too little muscle, but I wasn't never like a big fat ass like that. Yeah, okay, we've gone for an hour. I'm very happy with you guys that you showed up and helped me out. We had good subjects, I think. I was a little slow in my hungover head at the start here. Yeah, this fucking phone, you're just beeping all the time. Where's the liver? Lol? Like I have at svag till stark, a girl that used to be anorexic and turned super ripped instead, like muscular. And she has a pretty big following, but we've become friends on Instagram. So she kind of is into the carnivore stuff. And she asked when I, yeah, took a photo of my food, like, where's the liver? Where's the liver? Wish you a good start into the new week. Yeah, I wish you the same, Jens. Thank you. Yeah, I think we'll end the stream here. Yeah, again, thanks you for showing up, and we got some good subjects. And when my brain finally got going, team, when I become ripped, I too want to put myself out there. Do it already now, though, bro. I wish I started earlier with all of this. I wish I had documented more earlier in my journey, because when I pick up here on YouTube, I am kind of, I look fit. I'm kind of ripped. You can see the veins. I'm just smaller, But it would be nice if I had actual videos when I'm going and training, and I am a little fatty, I guess I lost the fat kind of quickly when I did a transformation, but yeah. Amazing. Thank you, Theo. Great session. Thank you, Joe. You provide a lot in the chat as usual. Yeah. Thank you for this time, guys. We'll end the stream here. I'll see. I mean, we're gonna have it on the next Sunday, of course, but I'll see. I might start doing some spontaneous streams in the middle of the week, just because it will be an easy way to even do shorter video. Just go, Okay, guys. Thank you for today. I will see you later. Peace.